Good morning, everybody. It is now November 14, and I love the mornings, guys. I love the mornings because it's the only time that I actually sound kind of manly. Wouldn't you guys agree with me that I sound fantastic right now? And for all the guys out there, waking up in the mornings, it's a hard thing to do, right? I'm sure that you guys would agree with me that waking up in the mornings is usually the second hardest thing. So before we start, I want to tell you guys that with Elliot waves, as you guys know, it is my favorite type of way to trade, right? But what is very important is we have to differentiate between what type of substructure we're in, right? And it's really important to differentiate basically everything when we're trading or just in general in real life. Like, let me tell you guys about the difference between, for example, a hippo and a zippo, okay? Do you guys know the difference between a hippo and a zippo? Well, let me tell you for the people that don't know. One is very heavy and the other one is a little lighter, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys about another difference, for example, okay? Just so we get a clear analogy of how to differentiate things. Like, do you guys know the difference between people in Dubai and people in Abu Dhabi? Well, let me tell you guys, okay? The difference between people in Dubai and Abu Dhabi is that the people in Dubai don't watch the Flintstones, but people in Abu Dhabi do. Okay, those are really two clear examples. And now we're gonna go over Elliot waves so I can show you guys the differences between substructures. Okay guys, we are finally going to take a look at this chart. Are you guys ready to take a look at this chart with some Elliot wave? We are going to take a look at this chart with precision. I'll show you some Elliot waves and make some decisions. Break up the charts like cellular division. If things change, no problem. We'll make some provisions. Sit back guys and treat this like it was cable television. Trust me guys, I'm Asians. I know charts and lots about circumcision. If you don't trust that, so what if I'm a bad driver? At least I know my long division. Drop the mic! Okay guys, let's finally get into some Elliot wave, okay? So let's take a look at where we are actually not where we are, but where we started, okay? So this one here is how I'm gonna count my Elliot wave, which is of course subjective, right? I'm gonna count this guy as 1, I'm gonna count this guy as 2, as 3, as 4, and as pretty much 5. We'll say that looks pretty good to me, we'll say, okay guys? And if that doesn't look good, then what we can actually do is just count that one there as 4. But either way, it works for me. I personally count 5 subwaves in here, right? I'm going to go to, for example, a 1 hour chart over here. And I'm going to count this one as 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5. And you don't see all of the fractals because we're on a higher time frame. But trust me, they are there. 3, 4, and 5. Something like that, okay, guys? Then for this one here, I'm going to count it as basically 1, just to make sure it fits all the rules. 2, 3, 4, and that one will be 5. 1, I will not count the wick, so we will actually see wave 4 not retracing to that territory. So this right here, guys, it fits my Elliot wave rules very perfectly, okay? And just to give you guys an even more of a breakdown, if I counted this one as 1, for example, okay, and I counted this one as 2, and this one as 3, and this one is 4, and this one is 5. It also fits my rule that the wave 4 does not retrace into the territory of wave 1. So this here, it satisfies my wave counting entirely, okay? And this is the wave 4 that's really important to make note of, okay? Wave 4 actually acted as a very strong buy zone, and I'm going to show you guys what I mean right here. So take a look at wave 4, right, where it ended. It acted as a very strong buy zone for right over here. Now what's important is this structure right here, which I want to make note of for you guys. This one here, I will actually call it an ABC right in here, okay? Because that would be a 3-wave pattern called a flat. I'm not going to pull up a lot of my references anymore because they take a lot of time to find, and I get all these copyright strikes on my account, so I'm going to leave that out. But this is called a flat, okay guys? And I'm going to draw what I interpret this as here, and it can be subjective, of course, right? There. And then what's important is we always count 5 waves in the C correction, okay? So this is basically making a 3, 3, 5 pattern, okay, guys? Making a 3, 3, 5, and that is important to make note of. So this is your 3 for your A, B, and your C, okay? And this is another A, B, C to go there. And the C, I always look for a 5-wave structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you guys may not see it here because it's on a higher time frame, but on wave 2 is always going to be an A, B, C like that. Okay, we can kind of see it there actually. And then for wave 4, because the wave 2 was small, then the wave 4 will actually be a bigger one. And that fits it very nicely. And this one is basically just a leading 5th wave, okay? A leading 5th wave is something like that goes in there. Now EOS is a very interesting time right now. And this one here, just to clarify even more, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, and we have 5 to make a leading, or sorry, not a leading, I meant an ending 5th wave, okay? So now that we have our ABC correction there, I'm going to delete it for you guys just because I don't want to scatter everything. Actually, nah, I'm not going to delete all of it. I'm just going to delete this part here. Alrighty, now we have an A, B, C that fits my rules really well, right? Would you guys agree that looks like A, B, C? Now what is next, okay? What is next is really important, and I call this the double Elliot wave rule, and this is also the double Elliot wave combo according to TradingView, where this is now X because we couldn't break out with conviction. I'm just going to draw on the side here just to make sure they don't overlap. And I call this, or sorry, WX, and I call this Y right down over there, okay guys? This fits my description very well. And here we don't see it because we're on a higher time frame, but we'll actually see the small subwaves in there, right? Which basically ends there, and that makes another ABC right in here. So this satisfies all of my requirements, guys, all of my requirements for Elliott wave. And to expand even further in it, right? I will show you guys the 5 waves here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, right? Which makes wave 1 right there. Well, actually, I'll draw it like this. This is basically 1, this is 2, this is 3, and that's 4, and that's 5. And all of this right here is basically making another ending diagonal type of pattern like that where it squeezes in. So this 100% satisfies all of my Elliott wave rules, and this is 100% the bottom, guys, okay? So what is important to make note of now that we have established all of this is where we are in this type of configuration, okay? So this is basically 1 that goes up there. This is basically 2 now that we've satisfied all that. And it's important to know that, guys, we got one more big wave going. We got one more big wave, and that's why I'm very excited to produce this video for you guys. Now, the way I see this right now is this. This is basically 1, this is 2, and we're not even done wave 3 yet, I don't believe. Or sorry, we're done wave 3. We're doing wave, I don't know where that one will touch. We'll look at it in a few minutes, but I just want to draw it out clearly. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3 right here, and then we have one more somewhere down there, and then we'll have another 5th one, okay? And where is the target for the 5th one? That is the exciting one, okay guys? What we know from Elliott wave rule, which I repeat often, excuse me, is that wave 3 is often the longest and it is never the shortest. These are rules of Elliott wave, okay? So once again, wave 3 is often the longest and never the shortest, which means that wave 3 is always, guys, longer than actually wave, longer than wave 1, right? And then when we have the 5th wave going up, the 5th wave itself can be longer or shorter than wave 3. And if it's much longer, then we call that an extended 5th wave, guys, all right? Now let me show you guys why I think that we are on this wave right here. So this one here, if we look at it closely, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's draw it out so we're all clear. The first one is always tiny, okay? And that's 3 somewhere up there, that's 4, and that's 5 right there. And here it made some sort of ABC correction. It's kind of sloppy, but I will take it, you know. I'm happy with the way it looks as well there. For example, just to be clear for the people that are wondering, like this one will make an ABC down to there, all right guys? And then now this one, this is what I think we are on right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which makes wave 1, right? We have 2, and then we have 3, and then we have 4 somewhere down there, and then we have 5. Does that make sense to you guys? To break it down even further, if you guys want to see it on some small charts, within wave 1 right here, right, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, and we have 5. This is more like a leading diagonal for the first one, and it doesn't actually, the wave 4 doesn't actually overlap to the wave 1 territory. And only the wicks, which is fine, right? Only the wicks, which is absolutely fine according to my Elliott wave rules. That one fits perfectly fine. This one here, we have an A, B, C in here, okay? That fits perfectly fine as well. And then this one here is actually all of wave 3. Now, for wave 3, we need to have 5 waves inside of that, right? Or sorry, from here to there, we need to have 5 waves as well altogether. So we have 1, 2, and we have 3, we have 4, and then we have 5. That satisfies my rules entirely. So I'm extremely happy with the way these wave counts are at the moment, okay? And I do believe that there's going to be one more wave going up, and this is the reason. Because Elliot wave says that wave 3 is often the longest and never the shortest, okay guys? So what we do is we take our Fibonacci extension from where it started, pretty much right there, to where wave 1 ended, to where wave 2 ended as well, okay guys? Now that we take it to where wave 2 ended, we see that it falls short of it, which just doesn't make sense, okay? And based on Elliott wave rules, we should at least be going up to right here. So I still have a target actually of $1.81, guys. And as soon as this correction finishes, I'm going to be going into it pretty heavily. So once again, from wave 2 to 3, we have pretty much 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, and then we have 5, okay? And what we are on right now, guys, is basically the correction for 4. Now, the time frame, I don't know the time frame, okay, guys? I don't like to guess time frames because that's not the kind of trader that I am. I'm a day trader, and I capitalize on the gains for the day, right? So I'm always watching my indicators to give me an idea of when the momentum will shift. But what I do know is this, guys, right here, okay? What I do know is that this right here is a strong buy area, as you guys can tell right now, okay? Every time it gets even close to this price, we'll move it up a little bit actually for the wick. Every time it gets even close to this point, what used to become a major resistance is now a support. And that's why we're seeing this right here, guys. That's why we are seeing this. I'm going to remove all of this not to clutter up the screen there. I am seeing 100% that this is a buy zone because it was previously a resistance. Do you guys know what I mean? Every time we break a higher high, we shoot through it, and then it actually acts as a strong resistance, right? Or sorry, support. And as you guys can see right here, that the wick is in that green box, and now every time it goes to this territory, people are just buying it. Not only that, it's bouncing, guys. It is bouncing so well right now off of this right here. Now this part here is going to do some sort of ABC correction. We don't exactly know how much. I think it'll probably fall slightly below. See, do you guys notice most times during the 2 correction, right? It falls below the 55 moving averages. It just bounces right back, right? A lot of the times it just falls below and it bounces up, right? And this is on the 1 hour chart. So if we look on the 2 hour chart, for example, actually let's go on the 4 hour chart. If we look on the 4 hour chart, it doesn't really move down that much at all. Whoops, this is supposed to be 55, the moving average. There you go. On the 55 moving average, we're still on a very heavy uptrend right now. And here, notice that we're still well above the 55 moving average. On the daily chart, it's a joke how strong this is, how strong of an uptrend this is, guys. Do you guys see what I'm talking about right here? It is crazy how strong of an uptrend this is right now still. So really, we're only on wave, this is wave 1. Like my target is still right here, guys. Okay, my target, if this is wave 1 and 2 finished here, and this is a small 1, this is a 3 basically, and we still have 1 more based on Fibonacci. So I'm going to say this one more time, guys. Wave 3 is often the longest, and it is never the shortest, and it is usually and always longer than wave 1. And the way we target it, guys, is always a 1-to-1 extension. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a really good example. All right, do you guys remember my Bitcoin Cash prediction, guys? Okay, I'm going to show you guys how I made that Bitcoin Cash prediction of it hitting exactly 2,800. So first of all, I took and the reason I'm showing you is because it makes sense to correlate it to other charts to give you guys an example of how things can be hit. So I'm going to take my Fibonacci from where time began, basically right around this point down there, okay? Right around there, and then we're going to take our best case scenario. Our best case scenario is it retracing to 382. So if I take my fib extension from 382 there, and I go to right around here, okay, and I target 382, what you guys will notice, for example, is that we actually targeted 1-to-1 extensions, and which we hit, and then we actually went to 1.618, okay? That was crazy how I made that prediction. Seriously, I can't believe I predicted 2,800 on the nose and it hit 27.99. But that's just goes to show the power of what target extensions can do, okay, guys? So we are always targeting a ratio of basically 1 to 1 first. So I'm going to go to EOS back to here. So this is why I'm saying, guys, that we're not even close to our target yet. We're still in wave 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do a correction here, and we're going to do one more, and we're going for about $1.82, guys, all based on Fibonacci, okay? So don't think for a moment that we're still done. We are still on a crazy uptrend. The volume is 100% confirming it, even on a 15-minute chart, guys. Like, we're hovering, you know, usually it falls below the 55 moving average, just very, very slightly only, okay? And then it bounces back up every time. And with this kind of volume, guys, you can 100% expect it to keep going. So once again, I'm going to draw where I think wave 3 finished for you guys. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 up there. Somewhere down there, it corrected, and then it finally made its 5th final wave, okay? So zooming out on the big picture, let's give you guys an idea of what it looks like, okay? This is 1, this is 2, and I do expect one more heavy one all the way up there somewhere, okay? And it's hard not to guess that because the way we're counting it, right, is 1, we take the first highest point, 2, second lowest point, 3, next highest point, right? And then we'll get a 4 somewhere in the buy zone, anywhere, don't mind the time frame, 4 somewhere in this heavy buy zone, and then we're gonna make our way, guys, literally to 181, and you guys are gonna be blown away when I say this, okay, guys? My predictions are fairly accurate, I would say. Like, for example, if you guys have seen my Ethereum prediction that I made yesterday, I recommended a buy zone of $305 to $312. And guess what Ethereum is at today? It's at about $328 already, guys. So we are up 5% on Ethereum. So if you guys aren't following my charts and following my videos, you're missing out on money because I just want you guys to make a lot of money, you know? And I want to make sure that I provide you guys with very, very, very accurate charts. And the charts don't lie, guys. I am not a technical analyst, and a fundamental analyst, and I won't debate with anybody all the fundamental factors that will play into it, because I firmly believe that all information is reflected in the price action of a chart. That is the technical analyst's belief, okay, guys? So don't even try, guys, to debate FA with me. I'm not even gonna get into those silly arguments with you guys, okay? So here, strong buy zone, we agree? Super strong buy zone, right? We beat this resistance, and now the market sentiment says, no, not today. We do not want to fall any lower than that. And what I will show you guys is something amazing, okay? These are Fibonacci rules. Okay, guys, so whenever you guys are doing Fibonacci, so you do this, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? Now let's say wave 1 retraced a lot, okay? We do our Fib tool here. Whoops. We do our Fibonacci tool, and these are amazing Elliot wave rules I hope you guys remember. If wave 1 retraced a lot, guys, okay, or sorry, wave 2 retraced a lot, then what we will automatically assume is wave 4 will not, okay? So if wave 2, for example, retraced to 786 level, we can maybe expect this wave to retrace much less to somewhere between, I don't know, even a 382, even a 618. But let's say this wave 2 retraced to only 382, then we can expect a slightly deeper retracement, you know, to one of those somewhere in there, just as an example, okay? Just as an example, what we'll see is that it will retrace a lot more. So once again, if wave 2 retraces a lot, guys, if wave 2 retraces, say, the 786 level, we can expect wave 3 or 4, I mean, to retrace not much at all. So maybe between 382 and 618. Those are important Elliott wave rules to always remember, that one wave will always retrace more than the other. Now you guys take a look at this and tell me what you see. This right here is the start of wave 1. So this one retraced to about 786 level, right? Now let's go take a look at this guy right here, how much this one is going to retrace so far. If that one retraced 786, I will bank on a very small retracement of 382, and guess what, guys? Bam! It fits the requirements of Elliott Wave. He's my homeboy, okay, guys? And we always have to make sure that we know these Elliott wave and Fibonacci rules. Okay, guys? Some people say that I'm really good with Fibonacci, and they say that I'm Gucci. I would say I'm more like Fibonucci. Drum roll. Bang! That one took a lot of effort, guys. That took a lot of effort. So remember, guys, what I'm saying. Don't ever say you're Gucci. Always say that you're Fibonucci. Okay, guys? So I think that we're going to get a very small correction only right here, guys. We're going to get a tiny correction. So this is where I think we are in the phase right now, okay? This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is basically 4, and then 5 is ending in there, okay? So we're getting another ending 5th wave, guys, an ending diagonal for the 5th wave. So 4 can actually be there, and this one we get a small 5 substructures, okay? We get 1, we get 2, we get 3, we get 4, or sorry, I drew it wrong. We have 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, right? This looks like it's actually wedging already. If you guys take a notice, I think it's gonna definitely wedge and break out of here eventually, right? And then if that finishes, that's just gonna be a small correction, right? And then we'll go up slightly. I'm sure of it, that we're gonna go back up to maybe $1.49, and then we're gonna land right back somewhere in this green zone around $1.40, somewhere in this green zone. Okay, the green zone here is $1.35 to $1.41, and the reason I'm taking all the way even down there is because of this right here, is because I'm just taking this major point, right? The averages between this point and that point there, that's where my green box is demarcated. Okay, so, and we're clearly seeing a very strong support here, right? Every time it goes into this green box, bam, 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 people are buying. So how could I not expect that, guys? How could I not expect for us to do a slight correction here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a leading 5th wave for the A, right? And then we do an A, B, C, finishing it off. That will be like an A, B, C somewhere. And these are just very rough, okay, guys? Very rough estimates. But this green box is where you guys need to make a note of. So I will be accumulating even more. I have accumulated all the way from my other analysis from down over here, like between the 90 and the $1 range for long term, guys, which I really hope that you guys took my recommendation when I was releasing all those videos and tweets. And now I'm highly recommending, guys. And I'm no financial advisor, so make sure you guys remember that, right? I'm just pointing out facts of what I see, and what I do see, guys, is very strong support, even on the 45-minute chart, right? Actually, even on the 30-minute chart, like, you know, we're gonna meet somewhere right there. You guys take a look at my moving average video, right? We're gonna meet somewhere right there, I'm guessing, and we're just gonna bounce off of it. We're gonna bounce off of it. If not, then maybe 4 will go slightly lower than it, just for, because you guys notice it sometimes goes a little bit lower, right? But because our wave 2 retraced all the way to almost 786 already, I really can't see it retracing much more than that, guys. So I'm gonna go over this with you guys one more time for the people that are like, what is this voodoo? Wave 1, 786, okay, guys? Wave 1, and then wave 3 now is right here. It's only retracing 328 level. And that absolutely fits my requirements. So when it does this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, guys, I'm gonna wait for it to hit around this another zone on the bottom here, and then I'm not gonna do anything to B. I'm gonna look for the ABC pattern corrective to go up, and then I'm gonna wait for the final 5th wave to come down here. Maybe it'll be between here, maybe it'll be between 135, but we are going to absolutely make sure, guys, that we keep track of our indicators, okay? The indicators will give us a really clear idea of exactly where it could land up. So I'm just going to delete this. So this is my prediction, guys, that we're going to do some sort of, you know, just something like that. It could be for a while. You never know, because if you look at this one, for example, this one here took how many days, guys? Where is my date range tool? Date range here. This one took a while, right? It took a while. It took, you know, 1 day, 17 hours there. If I just use a rough gauge, right? 1 day, 17 hours as well. I'm just gonna guess somewhere right between there. Just something like that. You know, we'll break out of that green box slightly. Then we'll just resume our correction. And then after that, guys, based on Elliott wave and based on targets, right? This is literally the first target, guys. As long as we follow that Elliott wave rule, which always does, guys, we always correlate with the volume as well. If that's wave 1, wave 3 is often the longest, okay? So wave 3, guys, could very well be right here. I don't know exactly how long it'll take, so don't get me wrong, but just based on this symmetry of wave 3, you guys notice something here? What do you guys notice? Okay, this line, I'm going to draw a line, okay guys? This line right here is pretty much bang on to that line, right? From wave 1 going up to wave 3 going up. And you guys notice something else here? With this is pretty much symmetrical to this one as well, right? It's really, really, really darn close. So we can always look for symmetry. So why would I not assume that this one's not going to do the same thing again like that, okay? I just got to be able to assume all these things. So then if our wave 5 ended right here about, okay guys, right there we'll say, well, if we hit $1.82 there guys, we still have a chance. Okay guys, we still got a massive chance to hit $2.38 in about a week. No, this is no joke, guys. I'm not kidding you guys, okay? This fifth wave could be extremely extended. And as you guys saw in my Bitcoin Cash video, this is the target, guys. I believe in my extensions, and they rarely fail when we do the proper technical analysis. So guys, the first target is $1.82 still, and the second target is literally $2.38 if we get an extended fifth wave. And when I mean extended fifth wave, I mean that, all right? We get a really big fifth wave, which satisfies the rules of Elliot wave. So there you guys have it. This is my recommendation to myself. You guys are welcome to take it with a grain of salt or not. Buy zone is really good between $1.35 and 41, and this is how I'm going to play it. I'm going to play my long position somewhere in that box. I'm going to set my stop loss, guys. I'm going to set my stop loss probably right here to maybe $1.25, just a nice round number psychologically. I'm going to go target all the way up to there, okay? I'm going to target up to here to about $1.81, we'll say. So I'm going to write this out for you guys as well, okay? We have our entry price. And don't forget, guys, as a trader, we always take risk. Without risk, there's no possibility of reward. So if you guys enter any trade recommendations that I make, you guys have to understand that we don't win 100% of our trades, okay? We try to win over time. And I'm actually going to explain that to you first of all. This here, actually second I'll do it. So our entry price is between say 135 and say 145, right? And our target is $1.82 to $1.236, okay? And our risk to reward right now is what? Just from this setup, 3.4. So RR is 3.4 to 1, okay? And probability, I'd probably say anywhere between 60 to 70%. 70%, okay? And our stop loss is incredibly important, guys. Incredibly important. And that is at $1.25, okay? So based on this setup right here, I will explain to you guys the probability of trading successfully, okay? Those who enter a trade and always want to just win every single time and don't understand that losses are very important in trading, you guys need to drill this into your head, okay? And I will do this every single time in every single video. Flip a coin. Flip a coin scenario. Okay, guys? With a risk to reward of 3.4 to 1, all right? 3.4 to 1. Out of 10 games, let's say that you lost win 4 games and lose 6 games, okay? Each win is equal to a $34 win. Each loss is equal to $10, which that is what 3 to 4 to 1 means, okay? RR. Okay? So let's say you won 4 games, well, 4 games at 34 each, right? What's that? That's $120, $136. So that's $136 that you'll be, don't ask me how I did that, guys. I don't expect you guys to understand unless you're Asian and you can do Asian level mathematics in your head like that, okay guys? Okay? And then now you lost 6 games at $10 each. That's equal to $60. So your profit is equal to $136 minus $60, and that's equal to a $76 profit. Okay? Profit over 10 games. That is what 3.4 risk to reward means, okay guys? If you played 10 games and you always had the same chance to win in terms of profit percentage and you were playing the same position size, over 10 games, you cannot lose. Okay, guys? So we always take these chances. And that is exactly what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to take the chance, and if I lose, big whoop-diddy-do, as long as I stick to my stop loss, right? I'm absolutely, guys, going to go into this trade. So there you guys have it. That is my recommendation right there. 3.4 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Stop loss $1.25. First target $1.82. Second target right here, guys, is $1 or $2.38. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to keep it fairly short and sweet and to the point. If you guys loved it, subscribe, like. If you guys make a lot of money, buy me a Lamborghini, maybe two, because my dog Luna wants one too. If you guys really liked it, upvote it on Steemit. Luna, as you guys all know who that is, she's the dog that's always howling. And in every single video of mine, or most of them, she's got her own little cryptocurrency piggy bank as well, and you guys are absolutely 100% welcome to donate to it as well. So thank you for all the love and the support, and especially for 2,000 subscribers, guys. I reached 2,000 subscribers in less than 1 month, guys. So I hope that we are all making money, and I hope that you guys stay profitable, okay, and be cautious. Make sure you guys drill risk to reward and risk management in your head, because that is the most important topic that I always want to teach people, okay, guys? And may the odds be forever in your favor. Woo! Let's make a lot of money!